So there's a bad way to write songs that will leave you feeling discouraged. It'll leave you feeling like, what's the point? And then there's a good way to write songs that will actually sustain you and bring you through the inevitable ups and downs of being a creative person. The problem is, most people are stuck approaching songwriting and sharing their work using the bad way that I'm going to explain what that is. And not enough energy focused on the good way. So let me see if I can explain this. Okay. The first bad way that I see a lot of songwriters falling into with creating songs and things is making music in order to get a certain kind of recognition. Of course, being recognized and appreciated for your art is a great feeling, and I would be lying to you if I told you that I didn't care about that. But what I've found is that it's not a good approach to songwriting, and here's what I mean. So imagine you spend a bunch of time writing a song, you record it, or you perform it, and there's a lot of buildup in your mind about that. But the response you get from everybody else is sort of lukewarm. People don't really care that much about your song, and no one's calling you up saying, my God, that song is so fucking good, it's on repeat. I love your song, it's amazing. There's really no recognition, or very little. Not a lot of plays on Spotify. There's not a lot of attention on it. And so if you approach writing songs with this in mind, it's very discouraging. This is where a lot of people give up. That's the first wrong way to approach songwriting. The second wrong way is, it's related, but is thinking of it like a business. Some people will definitely disagree with me on this. There are songwriters and artists who approach their songwriting process in a very strategic, business-oriented way. And they manufacture a type of song that they think other people would like and might sell. And if that's working for you, then I don't have a problem with it. But what I've observed is that doesn't really work for a certain kind of person, which is the kind of person who's actually making art for some deeper reason, not just a commercial success. The other problem with approaching songwriting with this in mind, of trying to create something that would be financially profitable to you, is that even if you're really good at that, it's a hard way to make money. It just kind of is, like selling your songs. I heard somebody saying on a video here on YouTube that 1 million streams equals $4,000. So if you're sitting there looking at your song and it has, 15 streams, you're pretty far off from any kind of money. And same with performing. I mean, if you really wanted to make money from your music, it would be better to be a cover artist and just learn famous songs, and you could make money quicker doing that. So if you start thinking in terms of money, that's another wrong way to look at it, because you're going to be discouraged unless you're an extreme outlier who has the kind of skill and also just kind of intense discipline to create enough songs again and again and again, relentlessly, without getting discouraged, to eventually break through into some kind of financial success with it. For me, that's not a good reason to write a song. In fact, it's a bad reason. And then the third bad reason is trying to write a song that you yourself are really impressed with. Like trying to be an expert. Like, I'm going to be an expert songwriter. I'm going to blow myself away with how good I am at this. Problem with that is, A, most of us are our own biggest critics. So at the end of the day, we see the problems with the work that we do a little more easily than the strengths of the work that we do. But still, even if you really like the song that you make and you say, wow, I'm so impressed with how good this is, or something, it's weird how it works that sometimes those are the songs that other people don't care about at all. Whereas the song that you think is shit, other people are like, damn, that's a good one. It's definitely happened to me where I've made a song and thought, this one's not very good, but whatever. And that's the one that got, the most streams on Spotify. So I guess it was good according to a lot of other people. Point being, we ourselves are not the best judge of our own content, of our own creations. So these are the bad ways to write a song, or these are the wrong approach. This is the wrong approach. Emphasizing recognition from other people, emphasizing profitability, or emphasizing feeling like an expert, or feeling really, really talented or special or something. So then what are the good ways? What's the right approach to writing songs? What is an approach that will lead you less towards this feeling and this question of like, what's the point of this? And more towards the feeling of knowing that you're doing the right thing. So here's the first right reason to write a song. And that is connection. Connection. It might sound a little cliche, a little corny, but there's something to this. There's something to this. First of all, connection to yourself. Connection to yourself. So a lot of time in life, we go around in our day-to-day kind of performing a certain version of ourselves. We have if you go to work, you have your kind of work personality. We have different versions of ourselves that we kind of show people. When you write a song and perform it either just to yourself or to other people, you are connecting with a part of yourself that's actually different. It's different. Music is in like this parallel universe. It's here, it's part of this world, but it's also like this alternate or parallel existence. Like, imagine somebody talking to you, and now imagine them starting to sing. It's kind of awkward in a way because there's a transition between worlds almost. All of a sudden you're seeing this side of them that you're not used to in ordinary life. So this process of writing songs, first, is a way of connecting with yourself in a different way. I don't believe it's necessarily like your deeper self that comes out through writing songs. I just think it's a different aspect of yourself that can be very rewarding to express. There's a certain, for many people, there's a certain significance to that process where it helps them to open something up about themselves that otherwise would remain hidden and unexpressed. So that's the first aspect of connection that comes out through writing songs. The second one is connecting with another person. I really can't even put into words how significant this is. So we're living in a time, of course, where connection to people feels like it's harder and harder. So many people are isolated, feeling like they're alone. Like, you know, if you go on dating apps and then you have this sensation of like, there's no connection. It's like maybe, and I personally haven't done this, but I have friends who have like gone on dates and met a bunch of people, but there's like, it feels like the connection isn't there. There's something strange about our society that way. We're swiping. There's this magic spark of connection that we're all seeking. And if you write someone a song, that connection is huge. So imagine this, like, I'm taking it away from the romantic thing, but just like the platonic thing. Like, imagine singing your friend a song. Like, you can't tell me that doesn't create a unique connection between you. Imagine going on a date and feeling, wow, this person is really something, and writing them a song. You can't tell me that person would not remember you in a specific way. Not because, oh, you're so amazing at songwriting, but because you took the time to create a connection with them that was special and unique to your connection and expressed through music. That's very powerful. And whether that turns into a long relationship or not, that person will probably remember it for a long time. So this is what I mean about connection. I mean, as a side story, you know, I have met the love of my life through this process of writing songs. Had I not written songs and put them out, I would not have met her. And we would not have connected in the same way. So, to me, this is a really big deal. It's life-changing, actually. So that's connection. Next one, the next good reason to write a song is community. And that is related to connection. Instead of one-to-one connection, it's about connecting with, obviously, a group of people. Again, this is a big thing. If you create music and share it consistently with people, some form of community will begin to grow around what you're doing. It's harder to really feel that on the internet, but if you play at an open mic in your town that you live in once a week or once a month, and you will be part of a community. And that community is kind of focused around music and writing songs or performing songs. For myself, at least, this aspect of community has been such a huge part of my life. I've met so many friends and feel such a strong sense of connection to other people through the shared music communities that I'm a part of. That's a good reason to write a song, to be part of that. And actually, that community also kind of needs you to contribute what you have. Because communities don't exist when people stay private. You have to kind of go public a little bit and put yourself out there. So that's a great reason to write a song. And then the third really good reason is contribution. This one's a little tricky. On some level, any art you make is some kind of contribution. So you could write a song about, who knows, anything. And it's a contribution. But what I mean about contribution is more so contributing something meaningful to other people. And so, for example, if you're somebody who's been through a difficult chapter of life, a good example to me is like, let's say you used to be addicted to drugs and you ended up in recovery and really did some deep work around yourself and how to exist in the world in a way that is more, I guess, healthy, for lack of a better word. That means you have something really significant to contribute to other people. It's a positive growth. It's a positive evolution that you've been through. It doesn't have to be being in recovery. It could be, maybe you used to have an insecurity that you've kind of worked your way through. You have some type of positive growth that you can look back on or know about from your own experience. That then is a potential contribution that you can make through writing a song. So that's a good reason to write a song. This one can get tricky though, because sometimes if you think too much about that, the impulse is to hide away the parts of yourself that are struggling or confused and think, no, I only want to contribute something positive. I have fallen into that trap many times. And that makes for kind of one-dimensional music, or lyrics at least. But so those are the three reasons, I think, the deeper reasons, the good reasons to write a song: connection, community, contribution. If you focus on those things, you won't get to the point where you think, what's the point of this? Well, the point is connection. It's very apparent that music is a connecting force. The point is community. If you get your ass out and play a show or go to a show, you will be part of a community. It's very apparent. If you self-reflect on the positive growth in your life and you put those to words and music, you'll be contributing something positive to other people. And you'll just know that's the case. On some level, you'll know. And then, if you don't get the recognition or the money or the feeling that you're an expert, yeah, it still sucks. I mean, of course, everybody wants all those things. But you're not going to get too discouraged when those don't happen. You'll have the kind of fortitude to keep going for a long time. Your whole life, potentially. Even if you never blow up on Spotify or whatever. So if this way of looking at it feels true to you, helpful to you, then you'll probably be interested to know that I offer a more individual one-on-one support with this. I help people approach and refine their songwriting process in a way that sets them up to connect more deeply with themselves and others, to find themselves more connected to a community, and to find their voice of contribution that they feel good about, that they can put into a song. So if it's writing your first song or writing your next song, I'm here for you. I offer this as a one-on-one and small group program, I guess. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description of this video and we can set up a call. And at the very least, it would be really fun to talk to you and hear about this, hear about your thoughts on this and where you're kind of trying to go with your songwriting. Also, if you completely disagree with these ideas, let me know in the comments. Like, let me know why you think I'm wrong. I would love to hear that. All right, we better go.